just wash this off, and my nipples are feeling the cold water right now. There's your bumper.
The roller coaster is about to begin. You know, hold on tight, because this is the big time.
Well, hey, I enjoy listening to your guys' podcast.
What's your name?
Eric.
I was just trying to think if we knew you from commenting on our...
Not at all. No, I just listen to you guys.
That's even better.
Yeah, love your guys' stuff. Keep it up. It's just
thanks, man. Thank you.
You guys do one, what is it? Every
Monday.
Every week. Every Monday.
Yeah.
Every
unless we don't do it.
Without
a
break.
Once in a great while. Yeah, we probably missed like 5 weeks out of 2 years. Yeah.
My personal favorite was the Love for Sale extended series podcast.
Do you like those? Yeah.
Well, that was just great because Chris had his perspective on it.
Yeah.
And,
the right perspective, in other words.
Now, Nick, you're the one who just hates the song, right?
I think, didn't I kind of, I warmed up to a couple of elements of it.
But then on the last version...
I admitted that the drums were really well done and some of the aspects, but it's not for me. No.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, there's one too many Gene songs where, you know, if you just try to like it from a lyrical standpoint, forget it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those. Yeah. Come on, Chris, you got to admit that.
Oh, I'm fully on board.
Yeah.
In fact, you could have just stopped and said, "There's one too many Gene songs."
I never get to go any further than
in the catalog. Yes.
Okay, now can I ask you guys, how do you seriously generate randomly? What you guys always have this clever little thing.
I'll gladly spill the secret.
If they didn't like me at all before they do,
Andy's getting ready to charge the stage. We were at this show.
they bought shoes and I bought them shoes.
It's pretty inebriated, so this will let me remember what I allegedly saw.
Hi, Eric. How are you?
Fine, how you doing?
Good. I have a question about like the big successful bands that you've been part of. As far as getting together new material, like for a new album or whatever, is there a way that that's typically done? Is there a huge backlog of things, or does the band typically prefer to sit down and start from scratch? Is there any like really interesting methods?
Songwriting?
Yeah, for like if there's a new album, what do they tend to do? Is there something that's preferred?
Every band is different. You know, some people write material on their own at home. They might demo the material with a drum machine or with other people. Like in the case of KISS, when I first met them, I wasn't in the band. Paul and Gene would do their demos separately and bring material into the band. Paul would go and do, in fact, I remember doing a demo for some songs when on Paul's solo tour.
The wall of Marshall cabinets is going to come tumbling down. I'm going to spike him through it. I got lawn darts.
He and I and this songwriter named Bobby Held, he wrote, I think, a couple other songs with KISS, maybe Judas Priest and other bands before. He and I remember Andy Timmons, I think, was it not Andy Timmons? Some guys from some other bands, they played on the demos, I remember, in the studio. Because Paul had some song ideas and wanted to put them on tape. So in those days, in Hot in the Shade, I remember Paul called me up and said, "Hey, I need to do some song idea. Can you play on these demos for me?" So I played on about like 5 songs that ended up on Hot in the Shade. And I remember going to the studio and seeing Gene there with Tommy Thayer and some other guys, and like we'd be leaving, and then Gene would be coming in to work on some of his song ideas with some of his guys, which at that time was Tommy, because I think Tommy co-wrote one of the songs on that album, if I remember correctly. But that's how they was
just up there boring everyone.
Like when we did those
It's boring.
KISS records, Sonic Boom and Monster, we did those songs just all on our own together. We'd get together in a room and jam the ideas out, and in a rehearsal room. We'd work on like 2-3 songs maybe, go in the studio and record them after we rehearsed them first, work up an arrangement, and then do another batch of songs. No, we did those completely just together as a band, with no other outside songwriters. And that was, Paul definitely was adamant about it. He didn't want, like if somebody had a song idea and you co-wrote it with somebody else, we weren't going to use it. So it's different in different situations, even within the same band.
No, I can't wait for Chris to be mad at me because I didn't say Pot of Thunder.
It's always a delight to be here and rub elbows with other fans of the same ilk, like-minded folks with the same interests. I feel at home in my home state of Indiana. I have a really itchy butt cheek, so just give me a moment here while I scratch it. I think these cars might have lead-based ink on it.
Nick gave the demon a blowjob. That was pretty cool.
I wasn't sure what that was.
Put his championship belt over the back of his head while he did it. It was awesome. What's the yellow?
It's like a tropical punch.
Bring that.
Tropical something. Tropical fruit.
Yeah,
It's
let me
good.
hit that. I'm gonna try all those fucking flavors.
What
I'm
is
gonna be
it?
so wired, I might attack Eric Singer.
Line them up afterwards and take a photo.
About to wreck this place. I'm gonna have a fucking duck breast salad too.
Yeah, they don't want it to. They didn't want to remind the German people of like Nazi stuff. I guess. That's what I've heard at least.
Oh, that's of course that's it. What else would it be?
I never like to say that anything is for sure.
You don't?
That's a good looking hair.
It's a good fit. Pot of Thunder tips 100%. And then we hand over the bill and we say, "You like that, huh?" Get another beer and let's get him in front of Eric Singer.
Oh, I'll pull it out.
Bob,
ready?
Make it
I'm
happen.
gonna pull my dick out.
Yeah.
Beat him with
Beat
it.
him with it.
I'm ready to go and talk to Deborah Winger.
He's gonna show Eric Singer his beer pole license.
Do you remember the presidential episode where we talked about the best songs that each president's
Right, yeah.
he was
that
on?
I guess so. That
Because
was
Chris
me.
was unavailable that day.
Right.
So he was on. And Bob's been on a couple times. So it's like the full. I think everyone's. This is the full.
I gotta tell you,
There's
two other guys.
Oh God, Ryan.
Oh, yeah,
Well, yeah, most.
Ryan? I didn't hear that one.
It was the day of my bachelor party.
The ladies' room.
Yeah, it was like episode
Trash
3.
dude room. Okay, I have to listen to it.
It was one of the first ones.
I'll have to not listen to that one longer.
Picture?
Yeah, let's do it. I like your guys because you have because you do like the breakdown of the song, one song, and you know, growing up, and I was a Kiss fan all my life. Like growing up, I was always one Image and a few of the songs here and there. I knew all the makeup album, but your show really has helped. You wanted the second best. You got the second best. I want to bury the hatchet with Eric. I'm a man of peace. I want to bury the hatchet.
Now it's, what is it, 6:07 p.m., something like that. Oh my God, it's 8:19 p.m. and we haven't eaten dinner yet. And you know what? I'm a man who needs 3 meals a day. Usually I eat about 7:30. 8:19 is really pushing it. So Dad's hungry. Dad's ready to eat. These fools in the other vehicle, they've already eaten. They don't care. They said maybe you go to Speedway, you get a hot dog, you get a tomatillo. That's a green tomato. I don't know, whatever, tortillo, loco, speedy wrap, where it's like a, this dickhead. What a dickhead in this vehicle. It's like he's gonna kill me. He's gonna murder me. It's like a chicken, but what is it? Like a buffalo chicken roll-up. He said I should get it from Speedway. A gentleman like me doesn't eat that horse shit. So I want a gentleman's meal. So I'm trying to coordinate a meal between the guys who have not eaten yet. So we're working on that at the moment. It is a great time at the 2015 Indianapolis KISS Expo. Let's get in this vehicle. Let's join the Escalade parade with these guys who drive Cadillacs. I drive Asian cars exclusively, but we'll get in this vehicle. We'll go get ourselves a tomatillo taco, and we'll be on our way. Thanks. Pot of thunder and rock and roll.
You gonna get a table?